Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and I've been doing crypto tutorial videos since 2017. But as the new year 2026 breaks, I thought it might be interesting to do kind of an off-brand video to invite you into my life a little more, specifically my kitchen. As you may be aware, my lovely wife is from Indonesia, and I lived there for about 2.5 years as an English teacher before we got married and came back to the States. While I was there, I had a unique opportunity to explore Indonesia, specifically Jakarta. And what I'd like to do today is share with you my personalized jamu recipe. Now, when I lived in Indonesia, I had my own apartment that was furnished by the school where I was working. It was quite close to my school. And in the morning, a lot of vendors would walk by through the back alleys with various types of things, food, vegetable carts, and there were chicken guys and porridge guys and all kinds of different vendors that would walk up and down the street. But I noticed that I would see these women wearing batik, carrying baskets strapped around their shoulder. They call it gendong because it basically means carry. And I was curious about them, but I was too afraid to say anything. So I asked my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, what are those ladies that walk around with those baskets full of bottles? And she said, well, that is jamu, and that is a medicine. So as it turns out, jamu is a traditional Indonesian medicine. Now, it's quite different from the Western tradition. The Western tradition, of course, is you feel bad, you take a pill, you feel better right away, usually. But jamu is more preventative and balancing. It's a type of herbal remedy that you would take on a regular basis. And it's very interesting. So, of course, I finally flagged down a jamu lady and tried the jamu. And, of course, what I was usually getting from them was jamu kuat, which is for male virility. There are many different kinds of jamu, and the jamu ladies carry around a mixture of bottles, and depending on the person and what their need is, she'll mix the jamu for you there on the spot. It's pretty interesting, and jamu ladies are very colorful and very traditional. There's also another jamu tradition where at night they have stands on the street that are usually run by men. It's sort of like a bar where you sit down and they'll mix up jamu for you. The jamu that's served by the men in the evening at the stands is a little bit different. It's more of a socialized kind of experience where people sit down and talk and engage with each other, and they will give you a little precursor, which is kind of a bitter, and then you'll drink that first before you get the jamu, which can be quite spicy. The main ingredients of jamu are ginger, turmeric, and tamarind sometimes. So it can be a shock to the system if you've never drank it. So they give you that precursor, and then you drink the jamu, and then they give you a chaser afterward, which is got a little bit of honey and sweetness to it. So I engaged in all kinds of jamu. When I lived in Indonesia, I used to ride around on my motorcycle and look for jamu ladies. And then at night, I would cruise around and look for jamu stands. So it was quite an experience for me. But when I got back to the U.S., I kind of left it behind. But over time, I started a morning routine. And that morning routine started with lemon juice. And then later, I decided to add turmeric and ginger. And so basically, I buy it fresh and then prepare it in advance. I put it in the food processor with water, and then I strain it and bottle it up so that I can use it on a daily basis. So I'd like to take you through that whole process. I think you'll find it pretty interesting. And so sit back and relax as the Crypto Dad shares his personalized, sort of westernized Jamu morning tradition. I always do this in the morning on an empty stomach. It's probably not a good idea to drink Jamu after a big meal. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this little off-brand video.
It's recording, so all you got to do is point it. Just kind of follow me around the best you can.
Okay, so for the top two ingredients, we want them to be fresh. I like to get fresh ginger and turmeric. These are the best ones. If you come in a little further. I like to peel them. I don't know, you probably could just put them in the food processor without peeling them, but I like to peel them. Definitely you want to wear surgical gloves because this turmeric is going to stain your fingers. So don't make that mistake. And I love this turmeric. It's nice, beautiful orange. Okay, once we've got our ginger peeled and our turmeric peeled, I like to cut the ginger into manageable chunks for the food processor. The turmeric is pretty soft, so you really don't need to cut that down very much, but the large chunks of ginger can get caught in the blades. Okay. Now we come over to our food processor. I like to do it about half and half. You have to be careful not to fill up the food processor too high, or stuff's going to just go everywhere. Now I have this great Berkey water filter, so I like to use filtered water. So you got a little line here, so just keep it below that line. Let that go for a bit. You can see I've got my strainer over here and a big bowl. Okay. Alright, so you just put a little bit in your strainer. And you definitely want to use your gloves for this because it's really going to stain your fingers if you don't. So once you get that beautiful turmeric and ginger juice there, like I said, you'll want to split it up into other containers, cover them, freeze them, and then for your go-to day-to-day use, you want to put it in the bottle. Got the little funnel there, and after that I'll show you how I actually make my homemade jamu every morning. Okay, so this is where the rubber hits the road. This is the morning routine for CryptoDad's homemade jamu. So now I buy my lemons about 6 to 8 at a time, and I keep them in a Ziploc to keep them from drying out. So we start with our fresh lemon. By the way, this is actually how this whole routine started. I read an article about all the benefits of drinking fresh lemon juice every morning. So I don't know, for a couple of years it was just fresh lemon juice. I have a special glass that I use. I have a lemon juice squeezer here and my trusty knife. So we start cutting the ends off. We want to see some pulp there. Oops, not quite enough, so I'm going to shave just a little bit more. Alright, then we cut it in half. And try to get a few of the seeds out, because they will spill over the sides of my squeezer. This one was not as much juice as I usually like. You can never really tell how thick the skin is going to be. Although I usually, when I'm buying my lemons, I'll usually try to feel them for their give. So I try to buy the thin skin lemons, but it doesn't always work out. Alright, so here we've got our gorgeous lemon juice, and I always look down, or I look up from above and see if there's any little pieces of seed or anything else that I need to get out. Now, of course, I could strain this, but the problem with that is you'd lose all this wonderful pulp. So the little pieces are heavier, so you can kind of shake them down to the bottom of the glass. Make sure your hand is clean. You can get out any little pieces. I usually put a little paper towel over here, but I skipped that today. Actually, there was only one little piece of lemon seed. Sometimes there's like 15 of them, and so you have to be very careful. But now we've got our gorgeous lemon juice with pulp. Alright, now the next step for me is usually to clean this part up. Clean while you go. Alright, now for our ginger. And turmeric. Got that. I've added aloe over the years, but optional. Now the V8 juice, I could probably find an organic vegetable juice somewhere, but I stick with V8 over the years. It's not that expensive, and I basically just use it to cut the bite out of this drink. Now I can drink the lemon juice fine, but this is extremely spicy, I guess the word would be. Now notice here all of the sediment on the bottom. This is a fresh bottle, so it has quite a bit of sediment. So every morning you've got to shake it to get that sediment mixed in. Now of course the fresh bottle is going to have the most sediment. As the bottle gets closer and closer to being empty, this step takes less and less time. But in a fresh bottle it could take a couple minutes to get all the sediment out. I would assume that if you don't do this every day, that sediment will get more stubborn over time. So there we go. We've got it shaken. Now I don't measure this. Oh, and I've got some at the top here too. So the sediment is really kind of tricky to deal with from a fresh bottle. Okay, so I don't really measure this, but maybe a couple of tablespoons. That's it. You don't want to go overboard on this because, like I said, this is going to be really spicy. Alright, and then normally that would have been the end and I would top it with some V8, but over the years I've started to add aloe. Completely optional, but I like it. Has a lot of great qualities. And then I usually rub a little bit on my arms too. My arms are kind of crusty and scaly. I'm an old man here. Now we cut it with our V8 juice. Right, about like that. Now there's a couple extra ingredients that I've added over the last couple of years. Lion's mane extract and St. John's wort. Now this is completely up to you. Max, this is completely up to you. These are optional. They're just what I've added over the years as I've evolved my little tincture. Usually one dropper, sometimes two. I'll go over all of the medicinal or herbal or known properties of these ingredients over the years. Now we need to mix it up. So we'll get it mixed up a little bit. Now here's the tough part. You want to drink this all in one shot. When I was in Indonesia, I learned that when you're drinking jamu, you've got to just trust and just take it all in one, because if you sip it, you're not going to get through it. So I like to exhale. Okay, and then if you don't wash your mouth out, you're going to have a stain on your upper lip. This is usually the very first thing I do in the morning after I pray. I come and I make my tea and I get this thing going, drink this down, and then I'm ready to face the rest of my day.